So Robert Pattinson said that Batman is not a superhero, and a lot of people wanted to have a go at him. And to be honest, he's right. Like, he's 100% right. When you think about it, he's not a superhero, so I don't know why you're getting so wound up. Let the man do his research, because he seems to be onto something here. He seems to be understanding that he might actually want to do this role properly, so he's putting in some work, okay? He's understanding, like anyone should understand, Batman is not the hero. Bruce Wayne is the hero. He's the one always improving the actual city. The only thing Batman is there to do is make sure that no one else's parents die in the middle of an alley at night, okay? You put on a mask and you go beat people up. When you think about it, yeah, when you really think about it, I think this tweet summed it up perfectly. Imagine that, yeah? There's a lot of cases. Mr. Freeze is one of the perfect examples, right? He doesn't want to be a villain. He doesn't really want to be a villain. He got screwed over and his wife's dying. What does Batman do? Punch him in the face. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Think about what you're actually saying. Like, people are replying with stuff like, look, just because he's not a superhero because he doesn't have superpowers, that doesn't mean that he's not a superhero. I mean, yeah, it does. It actually does. Just think about what you've said. I even saw somebody reply to the Oxford Dictionary definition of superhero. Yeah, but that's just one definition. It's the Oxford Dictionary definition, thank you very much. I'm pretty sure they know what they're on about. What is your argument anyway? Why do you want Batman to be a superhero? If you want Batman to be a superhero, then you rob him of everything that makes him Batman. He's not a superhero, he's Batman. Like, think about it for a second. The whole thing that makes Batman Batman is he's a regular guy that's just doing what anyone else would do if his fucking parents were killed in front of him in an alley at one point as a child. He runs with gods. They are the supers. That's what makes it so great. That's what I love about it. He is the guy that formed the Justice League. He's the guy that put it together. Just a man. Getting gods in order. Getting them to all work together and make it work so they can save people. I don't know what to tell you, so I'm going to end this by just showing you a couple things from recent big media, you know, movies or cartoons and things like that most people have probably seen, which is where I assume they get their idea of Batman from, right? Number one, the one that everyone hated, Batman vs Superman. The entire plotline for that is the fact that he is just a man that wants to protect humanity, and that is why he is so worried about Superman being a godlike threat.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty. And we have to destroy him.
But he is not our enemy.
Not today. 20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
He doesn't see himself as the hero in this situation. He's lost Robbins. Yeah, he's an old guy that's kind of hung up the suit to some degree. He doesn't want to do this fight anymore. But when someone that powerful comes along, he goes, we need to find a way to stop him. And that's a good guy. Like, he can't see that completely because he's always worried. He is built up of that paranoia from being that young boy that watched his parents die. Like, it's simple. Then let's look at Dark Knight, the one that everybody loved, okay? So when he's referring to himself and Harvey, as Harvey's laying there, and what's Gordon going to tell the city? They're going to tell the city that Harvey died a hero.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things, because I'm not a hero. Not like Dad.
Because yet again, Bruce is just a vigilante. We're in a real setting here. He is not a superhero. No, he's not. He's a hero, but he doesn't believe he is the hero in this story. Yet again. Let's look at one of the most iconic pieces of Batman in that you can ever Batman if Batman did Batman.
No, you are not my father. I am not a disgrace. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!
Look at this twisted character as he calls out, right? This is a man that is on the road to vengeance. Yeah, again, he is not the hero. This is not some Super Saiyan speech. He is not the light and everything else. He is not that guy. He is not Superman. He is just a dude that's trying to make things right.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
Let's look at this final clip, which I think perfectly sums up why he needs to be a man. This is someone standing up to Someone that can slap Superman across the build. Like, he can slap him so hard, it's ridiculous. Anytime Darkseid showed, all of the Justice League tried to step to him. He had a knife in his eye and everything, and he was still just swinging. This guy is a beast. The only way they can get rid of someone like this is sending him back to his own world. And that's just like across the other fucking side of the galaxy or some shit, until he comes back and says, yo, where's round 2? Okay? That's what we're dealing with. A man against God-level people. Look at this.
Had the Kryptonian or the Amazon taken that gamble, they would have lost. They do not have the strength of character to destroy an entire planet to achieve success. But you, a human, you kill your own kind to win battles. An admirable quality.
I think Darkseid sums it up perfectly. This whole argument. Humanity just loves to rip each other down for the sake of it. Let the man do his research. I personally think he might even be a good Batman. He understands the dynamic. He's getting into the right mind frame. He needs to understand there's a duality to the character, because at the end of the day, at one point in time, he needs to be Bruce Wayne, living out there in the public so no one gets onto it. And then he needs to don the night itself and become Batman. And that's not always a good thing, and that justice isn't always right. Okay? It's not always perfect. He might not kill, but he will leave you wrecked, yo. He will leave you wrecked. Your family will be crying, what happened? I didn't even know he was into crime. Robert Pattinson, Bob Pattinson, that's what I'm going to call you. You're doing a good job. Everyone else, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear me talk about. What I like to do is just see what people are moaning about on the timeline and throw my 2 cents in, because I want to moan too.